Today, I will outline a broad plan to reform Queensland Health, to deliver on the health challenges of today and tomorrow. It's a plan to balance the rights and expectations of patients, Queensland Health staff and those in the wider community. Next week, the new state government will hand down its first budget. As Minister, I've said I will always value our staff. That means being personally responsible to outline the opportunities we must embrace in this period of great change. We have new technologies, greater workplace flexibility and modern management. But valuing staff also means taking personal charge of the tough decisions. Today marks the end of a lengthy process that began under the former government more than 12 months ago. At last, the corporate restructure of Queensland Health is finalised. I appreciate the stoicism of staff who have faced years of criticism and frustration while the debate raged with no resolution in sight. The turning point was the 2012 election, when Queenslanders demanded change in Queensland Health through localised control, more frontline effort and smaller management. Hospital and health services passed into the hands of local boards on July 1. In Parliament, the proposed corporate structure was outlined and consultations began. Regrettably, and I mean this sincerely, there will be redundancies. There will also be new skills hired. Queensland Health will communicate openly with those affected, and every employee will be treated with respect and dignity. Those whose positions are made surplus will be offered voluntary redundancies or may seek the option of redeployment, bearing in mind that limitations do apply. I want to acknowledge that there are employees today who know that their positions are surplus, but who remain to support the process. This is an admirable reflection of their commitment and their dedication to their colleagues. The changes will reduce the number of divisions within Queensland Health from 9 to 3. There will also be 2 commercialised business units, which will ultimately need to demonstrate contestability for the services they provide. Today, Deputy Directors General will contact divisional staff to specify the outcome of the process and detail changes within each of the units of Queensland Health. By close of business, all staff affected by the changes will have been made aware of them. The process to finalise positions within the new structure will have been explained. This government acknowledges the impact of these changes at the personal level, but it stands by its decision and the need for fundamental change, which is long overdue. On the corporate office payroll, 1,217 employees, FTEs, will be made redundant. I take full responsibility for these redundancies. Additionally, there will be a financial impact on the hospital and health services. This amounts up to $150 million. The exact amount, independently verified by KPMG, required this year to operate the failed health payroll system that this new government inherited. This is a cost that was hidden from the budget by our predecessors. Thanks to the previous government, this is year 1 in a 5-year program of unfunded payroll costs that will demand $537 million from the budget. That means overall reductions in staffing within Queensland Health will not be confined to the area of corporate restructure alone. Additional redundancies from the HHSs, which are the direct result of the unfunded payroll fiasco, will total up to 1,537 FTEs. Just as I take full responsibility for the 1,217 redundancies from the corporate office payroll, so too the Leader of the Opposition must take full responsibility for the job losses that are a direct, and I mean direct, result of her former government's payroll disaster. It is disappointing to see that no union has backed the motion of the Queensland Parliament to support the new state government in legal action to recover hundreds of millions of dollars squandered through failed payroll contracts, and maybe even save hundreds, if not thousands, of jobs. Hospital and health boards will have full control over the process surrounding redundancies at the local level. Priority in administering these changes will be given to natural attrition and the abolition of vacant positions. Affected employees will be offered voluntary redundancies or redeployment. The redundancies outlined today will take effect over 2 separate periods. Reductions in the corporate office should be complete by the end of this year, while reductions in hospital and health services should be complete by the end of March 2013. It gives me no joy to make these announcements, but I do think every employee, whether directly affected or not, understands that Queensland Health has been heavily burdened by monumental mismanagement and excessive cost blowouts. It has been in desperate need of reform for too long. Of 68,800 full-time equivalent staff, we will retain an impressive workforce of 66,100 across the state, whose jobs will be bolstered by a string of health announcements in next Tuesday's state budget. Queenslanders do not judge our health system by its size, but by health services delivered effectively, efficiently, with care and on time. It's about putting Queensland's future first. I thank you for your time today. This is a period of great opportunity for Queensland Health, but I know and appreciate it will mean uncertainty for some as we move health into an exciting modern era.